Greetings, 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 royal family. Good morning, greetings, and welcome back to another episode of the Morning Boogie with me, Royal B. Another live show, ladies and gentlemen. We're moving along nicely. Today is February 11th. So we're 11 days into the month of February. So ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're having a good morning. Thank you for clicking on the video. If you are watching the replay, make sure you hit the thumbs up button. Show your girl some love. Drop down in the comments. This is, for those of you who are new here, this is just audio only on the morning show. Had a little bit of technical difficulties. Matters not because I'm here. So I wanted to talk about this word friendship, right? Especially friendships as it pertains to business. So something happened on social media yesterday with a media personality, I guess, and I'm going to get into it. I'm going to wait until a few more of you start rolling in. I know usually I'm on here at 9:30, but like I said, had to do an update on the computer. So I'm here. This was you know, and I purposely didn't put the person's name in the title because I'm not trying to, like, with little to no information, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's not like a clout chase thing or whatever these young kids are saying, but it's out of this situation, it posed a very good question. And like I said, I'm going to wait until you guys start rolling in. I know that there's a little bit of a delay, but you could always watch the replay. All right. We're almost 3 minutes in. All right, let me just get straight into it. I don't mind repeating myself. So this is good for the people watching the replay. Friendships and business, right? Yes or no? All right. Now again, I didn't put the title of the people, the name of the people in the title. So if you guys are not familiar, right, with T.S. Madison. T.S. Madison is a transgendered woman, a black transgendered woman who is a media personality, basically music, TV shows, acting. She's a brand. She does have her a large presence on YouTube. She has her Queen's Supreme Court. She also has her Spotlight with T.S. Madison show, Beyond the Bench. So she is a media mogul. It's definitely safe to say that. So recently, well, last night, I should say, her manager, I don't know if it's her current manager or what. I don't know the state of their business relationship and friendship. He went on to Facebook Live, right? And he basically stated that there has been trouble in the camp at the chateau. This is according to him. And he said this has been the case for a long time. And you could see that he was visibly upset. He looked like he might have been fighting back tears. He was choosing his words very carefully, but he was very uncomfortable. He was angry. He does not live in Georgia. I think he lives in Indiana, but being that he is her manager, he travels back and forth, and he made it a point to mention that he was in a hotel in Georgia at the time that he did this live. Okay. So, his live was pretty long, and I'm gonna be honest. We could only draw our own theories from what he said because he was being very, very vague. And I think that that's probably smart if he had to come on, because I don't think he should have, but that's just my opinion. I'll save that to the very end. He was being very vague, very, very, very vague. And I think that was for legal reasons, probably, right? All right. So again, he was upset. If you just joined in, T.S. Madison's manager, I might as well say his name, Giovanni Mac. That's his name, but he goes by Gio. Because I have been a supporter of T.S. Madison for a while now. I don't even need that. Whatever. I've been watching her for a while, so I keep up with Maddie, and I am familiar with some of the people in her, in her group, in her camp. Anyway, so Gio said that he never felt so betrayed, and he's picking his words carefully. I'm just picking out certain things that he said because, again, it's a very lengthy live, and if you don't have any patience, you're just going to be like, well, what are you talking about? What happened? He said he never said her name. He never said TS's name, and we don't even know if he's really talking about TS, but it's safe to say that he is because of certain things that he said throughout the live. So he never really said a name, and he never stated exactly what went down in this instance that caused him to get on live and basically just say that he's done. Yeah, I just, we don't know what went down, but I can assume by him taking his grievances to social media, it's safe to say that he's done. He did say that he was done, so who knows? This could be reconciled. I don't know, but we shall see. Now, he continuously said that he was disrespected, and he went on to say that this person, because he never said her name, has caused division in the group, and this person fronts for the audience, and we, the audience, don't know everything. He also said that he will never go, quote unquote, back into that realm because he was mistreated as a human being. And he says he wasted a lot of time, energy, and he also had to mute what he said during the live. Like I said, he was choosing his words very carefully, very wisely, and he did not want to say any names or give any specifics. So he says that the person never cared about him, and that he wasted years of his life. Now, he said also that he's been keeping this in for years. That immediately made my red flags go up. I'll get into why later on in the broadcast. He says he's been keeping this in for years, and he says that he's watched people kissing her behind, and he says, she's lonely and she needs that. She needs people to kiss her behind. It makes her feel better, makes her day go by better or go by faster. And he basically got sick of it. He says, you got a little TV show now, so I guess you think you're the most, So I said to myself, okay, he must be talking about T.S. Madison, because I know that T.S. Madison wants to be on television, network television, whether it be daytime or nighttime TV show. I can see more of a nighttime TV show for her. And for some reason, I just been seeing her, work towards that. And I could totally see it happening, so that's what she's been working for. If you follow her, then you know that that's exactly one of the things that she wants to accomplish. Now, if this is true, right? If all of what he is saying is true, it's not surprising to me, right? Because people fall out every day. Like, it happens, I seen two people make videos, and not the commentary, but the audience, the viewers' reaction is like, oh, I'm so shocked. I can't believe this. I think that feeling is because a lot of people like T.S. Madison. There are people that don't like T.S. Madison and are taking, pleasure in this, I guess, or more so like I knew it. It's same thing with people who like her. They can have their opinions about Gio, they can have their opinions about hers. But that's not even like what I got out of this, because I'm pretty sure as the days go by, there's going to be a whole bunch of theories, there's going to be a whole bunch of people coming out, there's going to be a whole bunch of lives. So I mean, I'm staying tuned. But when Gio said, I've been keeping this in for years, automatically I just shook my head. I shook my head because this is what I don't respect about his choice to go public with his issue, right? This is what I can't respect. Why would someone, not just him, people do it all the time, but why work with people, hang out with people, associate with people that treat you poorly or disrespect you, or they try you? You know what I mean? Like, why continue any sort of relationship, whether it be romantic, friendship, business, an associate, whatever, a temporary situation, whatever. And then when a fallout happens, these people are the first people to shout from the mountaintop saying, I put up with this and that and put up with this and that. See, that made, when he said that, I've been quiet for years. And he has every right to tell his story. I'm not saying that he shouldn't tell his story. You could do whatever you want to do. But it just makes me look at people like that, like, I just feel like most people, let me not say no one, most people don't stay in a relationship, a business ship, a partnership, or whatever it is, if it's not serving them in some shape, form, or fashion, whether it's feeding an insecurity, whether it is, I don't know, helping you gain more money, whether it's curing loneliness, whether it's getting you attention, being seen with this person can get you attention. And just about every relationship that people are in, and not just romantic, platonic, whatever business, it's you remain in it usually because it serves some purpose in some shape, form, or fashion. Deny it all you want, it's true. That's why when business relationships end, because the people in the business relationship no longer serve a purpose. Like if the business ends and the business partners no longer continue their friendship outside of that business, that's not necessarily a bad thing. The business is gone. The relationship has served its purpose, right? No, now that the business is gone, may not necessarily be a need for a relationship. I'm just saying, the point that I'm making is whatever relationship that you're in, most likely, it is serving you in some shape, form, or fashion, whether good, bad, or indifferent, right? Now, I'm not saying that this is the case with this man. Like, we don't know. We are only hearing his side of the story, so we don't know. But some people, will stay around you, or other people, they play like they ride with you because they want to be a part of your journey, right? They want to be a part of your whatever. They may see potential in you that you don't see in yourself, or they may see potential in you that you see in yourself. You may have a plan, you may have a journey to go on, and they want to be a part of that. They want to benefit from that. Again, going back to my point before, relationships serve a purpose in some shape, form, or fashion. So even if you don't like a person, you want to be around them and you see like, oh my God, they're going to be a great music artist. They're going to get famous. They're probably going to get some money. Let me stick around because we've been friends since the 4th grade. See, it's serving. I didn't say the purpose was good or ethical or more, but it's serving some sort of purpose. So sometimes these people come around you and they stay around you. They don't like you, and they sometimes hope to see you fall flat on your face. So it's one of two things. They either want to stick around because they want to. These are people who have nothing for you, not the people who love you, who genuinely care for you, who are rooting for you, praying for you, rocking for you. That's a totally different ballgame. We're talking about a different set of people here. If you're just joining in the chat, greetings, greetings, greetings. I'm not looking at the comments because I'm trying to go in on this. So if you drop the comment, I definitely will get to the comments. Thank you, thank you, thank you for tuning in. We're talking about T.S. Madison's manager, Giovanni Mac, going live on Facebook on his page, announcing that he's basically done with T.S. Madison in a sense. And I saw an opportunity for a greater conversation to happen, not just the antics of oh, it's Gio and Maddie. No. I saw the opportunity for a greater conversation to happen. So if you're just joining, I'm just going to pick up where I left off. I definitely will go back. I don't mind. So again, like I was saying, people will play like they ride with you, because they want to be a part of your journey and they want to benefit from that. And it's like some people, they don't really like you, and they sometimes hope that you fall flat on your face, and they also want to have a front row seat for that too, and it's like, just in case you make it, they're secretly hoping that you don't, but they kind of know that you might, and just in case you make it, they want to reap the benefits from that. So that's really why they stay around. You know what I mean? Now, Fantasia said it best. If you don't want me, then don't talk to me. Go ahead and free yourself. That is not only applicable to romantic relationships, relationship. I always pay attention to the person who runs to social media and goes on a rant first. Like, when these falling outs happen with people, whether it be your friends that you follow, or whether it be quote unquote famous people, I always pay attention to the person who runs to social media first, depending on what they're saying. Now, I doubt that Madison, I said the person, I was going to say the person being accused, but whatever, I could say Madison's name. I doubt that T.S. Madison will say anything for now, because this is not her first rodeo as it pertains to her falling out with people, or friendships ending, or business relationships ending. I doubt that she will say anything, but I wanted to address, like, why do people stay around or associate with people that they don't like? Like, that when he said, oh, I've been keeping this in for years. So you are, God, it's going to seem like I'm attacking him, huh? This can go for anybody. When someone says, I put up with a lot of stuff from Keisha. I'm tired of Keisha. See, Keisha, what Keisha doesn't understand is it's a lot of things that I could have said. We've oftentimes heard that. There's a lot of things that I could have said, but I didn't do that. I let things slide. If Keisha's not a toddler or a middle school, elementary school age child, what do you mean you let it slide? See, I just think that's so passive aggressive. And then when you can't take any more of Keisha's stuff, right? What do? You run to social media, or you run to a group of people that don't really care for Keisha, and then you let all your grievances be known in the presence of these people that don't like your best buddy or business partner, Keisha. So you mean to tell me you've been friends with Keisha for years? These are not real people, by the way. You've been friends with Keisha for years. You've quote unquote put up with Keisha's BS. You've quote unquote let things slide with Keisha. You've been friends for a long time, long years, over years, 5, 6, 10 years, whatever. And you all of a sudden get tired of Keisha. So now you run to a group of people that are indifferent and don't care for Keisha, and you air out your grievances to those people who don't like your former friend Keisha. You phony as hell. And here's why. Because you basically suppress your feelings. You went along with the lie. You said Keisha's acting like she has this and that, and Keisha doesn't have anything, and it's all a front, yada yada. So you are a part of the front too. So why should anybody trust anything that you say? Let me tell you something. Anybody, right? This is just my opinion. You don't have to agree, but I'm speaking from experience, and that's the best teacher. I've seen it happen to me. I've seen it happen. Well, I've experienced it. I've also seen it happen to other people. It's always that 1, 2, 3, maybe even 4 that will rock with you, that don't really like you. They don't really like you, and that's okay. Listen, people, newsflash. It is okay if somebody doesn't like you. It is not the end of your existence. It's all right. You don't have to associate yourself with people that you don't like. And I don't buy. Listen, you're either going to accept people for who they are and stop trying to change people, or go on about your business. We don't have to make certain situations harder for ourselves. But what I don't respect is you have a business relationship that turned into a friendship, or maybe it was a friendship turned into a business relationship with someone. You made a lot of money together. You made a lot of changes together. A lot of headway has been made in the manager's career and in the client's career. And then you get on social media and you say, oh, I'm tired of this. I've kept my mouth shut. You chose to keep your mouth shut. I've let this slide. I've let things slide. You chose to keep it. You chose to let things slide. I can't have sympathy for somebody, not in that instance, because you chose to let things slide. So now you're coming on social media and you're attempting to air out the things that have gone on behind the scenes to the world wide web full of people who don't really. There's a lot of people that don't like you. There's a lot of people that don't like your former friend slash client. And what is that supposed to do? You want to build an alliance of people that don't like your former friend slash client. Is that your objective? Because why are you getting on social media talking to thousands of people who don't know you, who probably will never cross paths with you, who you don't communicate with, who you have no business dealings with, who you have no history of friendship with? What is the objective of you going to social media and airing that out? To embarrass your friend? You could have gone to a therapist and vented. You could have called one of your closest friends and vented. Why did the world need to know? I don't trust people like that. And everybody has the right to get on their phone, get on their social media and say and do whatever they want. I get that. But then you get on social media and you're extremely vague. If you're just tuning in, I'm talking about T.S. Madison's manager, Gio, getting on live last night, saying that he quits and that there's a whole bunch of BS going on and there's a whole bunch of fakery going on. This person is living a fraudulent life. He didn't say T.S. Madison's name, but if you watched the entire live, you knew he was talking about her. He might not even have been talking about T.S. Madison. But like I said, there's a reason why I didn't put T.S. Madison's name in the title, because when I watched the entire live that Gio did, and it just raised a bigger question, a more important question. No offense to these people, but why do people stay associated with people in friendships, relationships, business ships, whatever, that they don't like? Why do you do that? It's like you're waiting, you infiltrate the camp, and it's like you are waiting for the perfect moment to betray this person and then go on a rant. I never liked this person anyway. That's why when this happened, ... Why do you do that? Why not just not associate with the person? Why don't people take advantage of the freedom that you have to leave people alone for free? You know that? You guys are taking that for granted. You can leave people alone for free. You can walk away from people for free in America. I just don't get that. So I have a lot people that are close to me oftentimes vent to me, and that's fine. You know, I like to think that I'm a good listener. I don't really give I don't know if it's advice, because I don't like to give advice per se as it pertains to life when you're making life decisions. I'm more so a motivator. Like, I'm gonna tell you, you know what you got to do, girl? You know how dope you are, homie? I'm that kind of friend. You know what I'm saying? I don't really like to get sometimes I don't want to know. I don't want to know your There's certain things that I just don't want to know for my peace and sanity. You know? But when people come to me, like when some of my close friends, male and female, come to me and they're like, yo, B, let me ask you a question. This stuff is interesting to me to a degree, right? I just don't know if I can listen to somebody tell me that, oh, you know, this person is a fraud and I kept quiet for so long and now I'm airing out all their secrets. I listen, but I'm also paying attention, because that lets me know, aha. So basically, you letting me know that you're capable of doing the same thing to me. Sometimes you gotta listen. Let people vent. Let them vent. Sometimes you have to listen. So we don't know if T.S. Madison and Geo will get back together. We don't know. He just made it seem as though he kept saying that Madison, you got your television deal, and now you just, watch. People are gonna see the real you. So I can assume that maybe she has signed a new deal with a different production company, and she's going to be doing TV. No surprise there. And maybe he wasn't taken along. An assumption that I'm just gathering from the puzzles that he was talking in last night. And he has every right to be angry because, again, we don't know the full story. But I just find that a little bit, a little bit real, like interesting. Scratching your chin. I don't know. So, uh, I just don't know, man. I just don't like yo. If you don't like somebody, I promise y'all. I promise you. Take it from me. Take it from me. If you don't like somebody, you can walk away from them and have nothing to do with them for the rest of your life for free. For free. I just don't get it. And it's sad because he's like I said, he's visibly upset, and obviously something definitely happened to warrant him being this upset. I'm not taking that away from him. I'm not saying that his hurt is fake. But it's kind of like, did you ever care about this person? I can't see myself falling out with one of my close friends and going on social media. You most likely will never know unless you're really close to me. You most likely will never know. It's like that person fades into an unknown abyss. That works for me. I mean, look, everybody doesn't have to think the same way I do. I don't expect anyone to. It's just I've been saying this for the past week or so. Why does everybody want to fight? Why is everybody fighting? So like he said, he was choosing his words carefully. And he says, what he does next is going to be dependent on what this person does or how they handle it. But it's like, I would be so hurt, right? If my friend, business partner, manager, somebody who's been with me from the beginning, building my brand up, right? And we have a falling out. We butt heads all the time. And then we have a falling out. And then I turn on social media or somebody hits my phone and says, Leroy's live. I love that name, Leroy. It's just funny. I use it in every example. Leroy's live. And then I see my friend, supposed friend, trashing me. What's the purpose? You're doing this to thousands and thousands of people. I just thought about it. I wonder if his objective was to kind of damage her brand, but not say her name as not to get sued. Because that is the only thing that could come from this. And when I say damage this person's brand, like future dealings that, that she may have, they could look at this and say, well, this is what her former manager or her manager is saying about her, huh? But then he doesn't even realize that he shot himself in the... Let me ask y'all a question. I'll look at the comments in a minute. Let's say that you're shopping around for managers, right? For whatever, I don't know. You could have a basket weaving business, whatever the business is. And you shopping around for managers. And you hear like, hey, this guy Gio, he worked with this person, that person. And then you go to this Gio's or this manager's Facebook page. You go to all their social media handles. And then you see a video like this. If you guys seen a video of him trashing his former client, would that entice you to want to work with that manager? So you see what I'm saying? You see what he did there? He may gain a little bit of traction. And trust me, if this is real and this falling out sticks and they're no longer associated with each other, Oh my gosh, he's going to get all the attention and then some. People are going to be reaching out to him for interviews. People are going to be hitting him up. It's going to be the talk of the town for a limited time only. And then what happens? Then what happens when the smoke clears and everybody moves on? You're still supposed to be a businessman. I'm not saying what I really want to say for a reason, because I want to see how this plays out. And I'm not trying to trash anybody. But why do people stay around with people they don't like? And then when a falling out happens, which usually is bound to happen, you go on in public and try to trash the person that you claimed you were friends with. What purpose does that serve? It just gives people an audience. Why does everybody want to fight, man? What? You guys ain't getting no money. Y'all know y'all getting money over there in the chateau. I know they are getting money over there. And I know money doesn't absolve you of drama, but let me see. Rashona says, makes sense. Greetings, LB. Greetings. Driving. Yeah, okay. Yes, please keep your eyeballs on the road. Safe driving. Your off game. My off game is strong. Is that a compliment, LB? Are you trying to fight with me this morning? I don't know what that means, because everybody's fighting. And don't respond if you're driving. So, friendship and business, yes or no? Can you build a friendship out of a business relationship? Is it wise to do so? Yes, can't. The word can just means you have the ability to do something. So yes, you can. Is it wise to build a friendship that stemmed from a business relationship? And is it wise for you to go into business with your friend? Yes or no? That's pretty much the question that I'm posing. And this all stems from Gio, which is T.S. Madison's former, I don't know if he said he quit, but we don't know, current former manager. Gio has been with T.S. Madison for a very long time. I have been watching and following T.S. Madison for a very long time. And Gio has always been there. So they bump heads. Back in the day, like some of her old lives on Facebook and stuff. It was kind of like a what do you call it? Like a brother and sister banter or what have you. But you could tell that they bump heads and stuff. So last night, Gio went live and he aired out some things. He was kind of tiptoeing around certain topics. But we knew who he was talking about. The B word was thrown out. That name calling, man, I tell you, that name calling is really lowbrow in certain instances. It really is. And I have my opinion. I have the right to have my opinion. But I just feel like if you are going to be expressing yourself, but you know what? I can't even say that. Let me stop. You know why? Because he was mad. If you saw the live, he was totally ticked off. He was mad. And sometimes when people are mad, inappropriate stuff flies out of their mouth. You know what I mean? Whatever. I can't tell him how mad to get, but it was just like, ouch. And I'm not defending anybody because I don't know what happened. There could have been something that happened that we probably will never know that really upset Gio to the point where he was upset. But again, run into social media. What is the objective of going to social media in reference to this relationship that you guys have built and carried out for years? Like, what are you doing? Are you trying to attract? Are you trying to attract your your friends, your former friends' enemies? See, this is why I say, when I said earlier in the broadcast, that one who always runs to social media first, I watch them closely. Were you trying to sound the alarm for this person's enemies? You trying to change the perception of this person? I don't know, man. I just don't get it. Why social media though? Why social media? I don't know. If it makes sense to them, then I guess so. But I just, again, the question that I pose: friendship and business, yes or no? You know, is it wise to go into business with your close friends? And is it wise to form a friendship outside of a business relationship? Anything's possible. Anything can work. I just think my opinion is the answer to that question. My answer is yes, either can work. It solely depends on the people. It solely depends on the people, because you know your friends. And if you choose to be one of them people and say, well, that's been my friend since the 5th grade, I'ma let it slide, and we're gonna go into this business venture together. When ish hits the fan, you have nobody to blame but yourself, because your friend since 5th grade has shown you who he or she was, but you chose to let it. You don't get brownie points for letting things slide. Like, do people realize that? Like, when I hear people say, I put up with this and I let it slide, you don't get any brownie points, no applause. 9 times out of 10, if someone will say, well, why did you do that? You don't get brownie points for letting it slide. You don't do that. You don't do that. I can always respect a person who, if you don't like something that I said, you don't like how, not necessarily how I move, but how I move with you. If you don't like something, I'm talking about people who know me, like, or in my presence. Say it. Say it. Don't try to be funny and, like, keep quiet and then do little slick stuff. I can't respect that. Call it out. You have every right to. You have every right to sever ties with people if you don't like how they rocking. You ain't gonna change nobody. Sitting around trying to change them and thinking like, oh, well, you just want to stick around to see their downfall, or you want to stick around in case, stuff pops off for them so you could reap the benefits. That's trash. And usually people like that end up getting exposed. This must be the season of exposure, because everybody's fighting, everybody's getting exposed. So if you did not get a chance to look at Gio's video, his name is Giovanni Mac on Facebook. Every day I'm getting on here promoting something or somebody. I'm about to get some sponsors, because look, Giovanni Mac, you could probably just type it in Facebook and you'll see it come up. He went on a live and he basically expressed his grievances as it pertains to T.S. Madison. He didn't say T.S. Madison's name. Hell, he could be talking about Gayle King. We don't know. But it's safe to say, judging by some of the things that he said, that he was speaking of T.S. Madison. And he says that he is done. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if they're friends by next week. But a deeper question, or a more poignant question, arose from this live. And I think I have presented that several times, and it's also in the title. So, Royal Family, I am rushing because my Shahs of Sunset video was accidentally deleted by me yesterday when I was trying to change the time for it to upload. So guess what I got to do? I have to record that video all over again. And no, I didn't save it. I didn't save it at all on my device or on my computer, because I like to I delete stuff all the time because I like to free up space. So now I have to redo Shouts of Sunset. So I will be in the lab today. So I'm going to get Love and Hip Hop up, both Miami and New York. Shouts of Sunset will go up as well. And I think that's it. Yeah. So make sure your notifications are on. If you are joining us here at the Royal Family for the first time, thank you for stopping by. Everybody that dropped a hello and a good morning in the chat, thank you. Miss Ray Shonagathers LB, thank you, thank you, thank you. If you were watching from the bushes, I definitely appreciate the support. So make sure you like the video on your way out. Drop a comment if you're watching the replay. I hope you guys have a productive and positive day on purpose. Please, you guys guard your gates, because everybody is out here fighting. So guard your gates, man. Be slow to speak. Just listen and observe before you speak. Be slow to speak. So if you are just joining, hopefully you go back and check out the replay. We are doing good on viewership. You guys are digging the videos and the morning shows and the other content on my channel. And I always going to tell you that I appreciate the support. Make sure you are sharing the videos. We can always, use some more eyes and ears over here, keep the conversation going. So, Royal family, that's it. I'm signing off. This was 40 minutes. I didn't even realize I was going that long. You see how fast time flies? Foxy Bellas, good morning. You are catching, unfortunately, the tail end of the broadcast, but hopefully you will go back and re-watch. So I appreciate all of you for joining me today. I got to get to work because I have to re-record this Shahs of Sunset review. And I'm so salty about it. So make sure your notifications are on, because videos are going to be going up today. Royal family, thank you for stopping by. I love you for listening. And until next time, peace.